10-4.
So perfect.
All right, word. Well, now we're on. Fucking get my shit set up and throw the rogue in. But episode 35. I did do the math today. Episode
Damn.
35.
Dang, you've done a lot.
Hell yeah.
Getting up there.
Yeah, that's dope. I didn't even know that. But yeah, fuck yeah. We got Jacob here. Fuck yeah.
How's it going, everybody?
Yeah, hell yeah, man. Let's just start off with a quick intro. How old are you? Where are you from? And just go from there.
Sounds good. I'm 21 and I'm from not necessarily Seattle, Washington. I'm from Snohomish, which is like 40 minutes north of Seattle. But I usually just tell people Seattle because nobody knows where the heck Snohomish is.
Yeah.
It's like a smaller, like suburban, like town kind of area. But it's a pretty sick area. I've really liked growing up here in the Pacific Northwest. It's honestly like my favorite area. So
Yeah.
we're pretty
It's-
fortunate.
Yeah.
It was super cool. And I went up there for the jam that one time, honestly. I really enjoyed just like the food and the vibes and the scenery. It was
No,
fun.
definitely.
It was tight, dude.
Yeah.
It was tight.
For sure. Yeah, I'm a pretty outdoorsy person, so there's a lot of outdoor activities, so it's always nice for that.
Yeah, man, it looks gorgeous. How long have you been riding?
I want to say I've kind of lost count because I think I've quit when I was younger, like a couple times, but it's probably around 11 years now, 10 or 11 years probably.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
How long did you quit for when you were a kid?
So okay, it's kind of a little bit of a story, but I like started when I was super young. My dad, like nights that my mom would work night shift, and so when my dad had to watch my brother and I, he would just take us to this indoor skate park. And so I guess I started on like a Razor fold up, and
Mhm.
I wasn't necessarily like into scootering, but my dad would just take us there to like for something for us to do. Um, so I guess I started scootering then, but it wasn't necessarily like I was serious about it or anything like that. And I got into skateboarding, so then I would bring my skateboard to the skate park instead of my scooter. And
Okay.
so I started skating for I don't know a couple years, and then I got back into it. Um, got back into scootering because my one of my friend's brother, I was hanging out with my friend and his brother had a scooter, and when I saw his scooter again, I was like, oh yeah, that's right. I remember what scootering was. So I like kind of picked it up
Hell
again.
yeah. Could you
Uh,
tail whip at this point? Like, did you have a couple tricks?
no,
Nothing.
no,
Okay.
I had nothing. Yeah, he had like a District V4 complete
Oh yeah.
scooter, and I remember looking at that thing because I before all I had was like a Razor, and I was like from a Razor comparison to like a District V4, I was like this thing looks like a Lamborghini of like scooters. I was like, this thing looks so sick.
Oh yeah.
Like as soon as like I rode it and like it felt like so solid and like fast compared to like a rinkety dink like Razor. I was like, oh man, this is just amazing. So that was kind of like where I got back into it like seriously from there. And then maybe I stopped like one other moment in time, but other than that, it's just been full on scootering from there.
Hell
Um,
yeah.
so yeah.
I mean, fuck yeah, you've been on the tear since then, I feel like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably riding every single day when you're a kid.
Oh, dude, for sure. Yeah, it was actually insane how much I used to ride. Like every day after school, I just go to
Yeah.
skate park so dark, and my mom would pick me up, and then just repeat every single day. Like as soon as I could get out to the skate park, and then until dark, like every single day.
Would you push from school to the skate park?
So I wouldn't go from school, but I would go from my house to the skate park, which was like I'll go with my friend Zach. He lived like on the way to the skate park. So
Okay.
we would eat at this one spot and then push together to the skate park. It was about like a 20 to 30 minute like push, I think, to get to the skate park. And we did that like almost every day. Yeah, because before we had cars.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
It sucked going there because it was mainly uphill, but on the way back it was so much fun because you just
Yeah.
blown down the hill back to our houses. So it was super sick.
Yeah.
But yeah, that I
Yeah, I didn't
actually
have
have
to warm up. You could
no,
just push
no,
up the hill, be ready
yeah,
when you got there.
yeah, literally.
That's way better than an uphill push like home too.
No,
Oh
for
yeah.
sure.
Honestly.
Because you're like tired and everything, you
Yeah.
just want to get home. Yeah. Yeah.
Damn,
What was
dude, that's sick.
what was the first scooter you ended up getting?
Okay, so
Like
Like
when you
first
really
scooter,
started.
when I really started,
Yeah.
it was a Fusion. I don't even remember what like model it was or anything like that. It was just like a Fusion. I totally forget. It was gray and had like gold with white urethane wheels. It,
Yeah.
it looked like those, honestly. But I don't remember what the brand of the or the type of the scooter was or anything like that. But it was a Fusion. And then my second scooter was actually a District V4 complete because of my friend's brothers had that scooter and I was just in love with it. I just really wanted it.
Yeah.
That was my second like actual scooter. And then I rode that until it was just like demolished, like literally just demolished. And then my family, for one of my birthdays or Christmas or whatever, got me a Phoenix complete with a blue Phoenix Reventon deck.
Oh yeah.
Um,
Fire.
it was a
That's
five wide.
indestructible.
It was like I
Yeah.
still have that deck to this day, but yeah. So I think
Yeah, dude, I don't think I've seen many snapped Ventons. Maybe one.
uh, mine is cracked, but it's like still like in perfect condition basically. Like that thing is not going to go anywhere.
Fuck yeah. Maybe break it out one day again. What is it,
Oh,
like 4.5?
no, it's actually a five wide. I think it was like one of the
Oh
first
shit.
five wides they
Okay.
made. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was. Um, it was.
I thought
It's
the
five.
Ion was the first five for some reason, but no, I
Oh
guess
yeah,
they did make them too. Yeah.
yeah. The sides are not flat, so like finger whips hurt because for some reason it was just like a sharp edge, and then it came down kind of. I don't know how to explain it, but like there was a sharp edge. So, like for finger whips, they really sucked. Um, so I don't. It was also really heavy. Like that thing was a tank. And
Yeah.
it's kind of funny, like you said, to like bust it out because I think a couple of years later on, once I stopped riding that deck,
Mhm.
I ran out of decks to ride because I just snapped all of mine. And like I was like, well, this deck still works. I'm just gonna throw it on. And so I ended up riding it for like a couple months when I didn't have a deck.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Were you doing finger whips?
Yeah, I think I got used to it. My like hand here, I don't really have much feeling. I feel like in it anymore.
Oh yeah, you built it up. You
Yeah, I
did
built
that.
it
It's
up.
like that Muay Thai shin training, but for your knuckles or
Literally.
the palm of your hand. Damn, dude, maybe that's
Also,
why you're so good at them, is you did
oh,
them on the worst scooter deck possible.
I was gonna say, yeah, because I also did another it was an MGP Ninja deck
Oh God.
Oh
because
yeah, I know what
I
you
like
mean. Yeah.
I rode the worst scooters ever for the longest time before I was sponsored because I just didn't want to buy parts. So I just rode like handy downs or like my old backups and whatnot. But I had this MGP Ninja deck. I don't even remember whose it was. It was probably one of my friends. And that deck, have you guys ever ridden one of those? They're like kind of heavy and they're really sharp on the sides too. And
I
like
never
they're
rode one, but I know exactly what deck you're talking about.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It was,
I-
and I would do finger ups on that thing. And so my hand is built up, I think now. Like it doesn't feel like
Yeah.
any pain when I finger up now. But like sometimes, like um right here,
Yeah.
like I the below the I don't know what the heck you call that on the palm of the hand kind of. Sometimes when I finger whip, it gets like it feels like numb kind of.
Oh shit. You like when you dead leg yourself, kind of
Yeah,
like that feeling.
yeah. It only happens every once in a while, but like sometimes if I hit it like weird or whatever, like my whole
Mhm.
like hand right here like goes numb.
Yeah.
Kind of odd, but
I know you like that trick too, so
oh, that's like my
some
favorite trick.
perseverance right there. You could bitch slap the shit out of someone, dude. Now that I think about it, I think you've like trained your palms more than anybody else.
Dude, yeah, like the slap fighting or whatever.
Yeah, dude, join power slap.
Have me on.
Yeah. They wouldn't even have to show like your power slap highlights to get you
Oh,
in. Just like send them a bunch of bunch of finger whips.
my scooter clips. Yeah,
Yeah.
there we
Oh,
go.
that'd be awesome. Oh fuck, dude. I really wanted to talk about like your recent trip to Europe, just since that's so fresh. Or I don't know.
No,
How long ago did you go to Europe?
yeah, it's so fresh, but I can't remember. Yeah, look, I can actually check real quick, I think, because, dude, for some reason with me, like, I'll go on a trip or whatever, and then like I'll just like forget like what just happened on it. I don't know if that's
I
like
mean, I feel like so much shit probably happened. You're trying to like collect all that information again.
so it
But
was around. I was on like around June-ish. I went to Madrid for the World Series
okay.
competition or whatever.
You won that, right?
No, no, I don't. I
No,
didn't.
the flat scoot or
Oh,
the
I won
scoot.
the scoop. That was later on. But
Okay,
it was there's Urban World Series. I forget what the actual name of the thing was, but it was in Madrid. It was just like a comp or whatever. I didn't do very good.
Okay.
I like I messed up my run in or no, it was not. I qualified in semifinals. I messed up my run to get to finals or whatever. I was just trying to do too much, I think, and I like messed up, and then so I didn't
I
get
got
to.
you.
So that was kind of a bummer. Um, but that was fine
But
because
then you stayed for the Y strip after that. So once you're
yeah,
up there,
yeah. After the Madrid, we went to back to Lyon, and we didn't really have a plan, but because I wasn't originally invited to do the flat scoot, or it wasn't flat scoot, it was just scoot,
Yeah,
like street clash is what it was called. I
yeah,
wasn't actually like invited to do that, but I think I forget who it was that was supposed to be in it, but they like couldn't go anymore or something like that, and then they just invited me because they knew that I was going to Lyon. Um, so that was nice. I was actually able to go and to do that,
hell
even though I
yeah,
wasn't excited for it.
yeah.
that's sweet.
Took the
Yeah, so
dub
then
too.
yeah, so I was pretty surprised, honestly. I like because Jonathan is crazy. Pepe,
Yeah,
he's on another world.
yeah.
Like he's like insane. Like even like the tricks that he got me on, I was like, how did he even pull that off? Like
What
he
did
did
he
like
get you on?
uh he
Uh,
he did a Smith to like 360 bar, but it was like a bus driver or whatever, where you do it with one hand.
Mhm.
I can't do like that with like without even spinning, but he did it in a spin. I was like, how's that even possible?
Yeah, the bus driver was that did they not let you do bar like they
No,
said
they
you
wouldn't
had to bus
let
it?
I had to bus it.
Man, I bet that's easier for him too. I bet he's just used to the bus now instead of like bar, but
Yeah, but that's kind of how it is because if you
fair
allow
enough.
someone like oh he doesn't spin that way or he doesn't if you keep a line that it just like it won't be as competitive and it's more just like who has more like tricks I guess rather than like
This is very true. Like if you play Scoot and someone does a full whip and they're like, "Oh, I naturally rotor," I don't think you should be allowed to let them do the rotor.
no I mean and that's because where it's like for money so it's like you
Oh
have to
yeah,
be to really smack down on the rules because you can't just let people have things like if it's just like a chill game of scoot or whatever it's fine but if it's for like the money or whatever, like you have to have these rules in place. That's why like some people were kind of angry when people were saying sets that they knew the other person couldn't do. But it's like, dude, this is like I said a
it's a
million times,
competition.
it's for money,
Yeah,
it's a competition. Like you're trying to get the other person out. You're not
yeah.
trying to, yeah.
What do
But
you
like,
think? Real clear. What do you think should be an illegal trick in the game of Scoot that's like for competition, like for a like crossfoots maybe, or
uh,
the first one that came to my mind.
well, I was just gonna say, did you guys watch Joel's games? He did the where he rides backwards and does a tail up or whatever.
yeah,
Got so many people on that. Which truthfully, I don't really care. I think, like I said already, if whatever trick you can do, the other person can't do, I think that's fine.
yeah.
Um, so, uh, but if I had to pick one that I thought should be illegal, um, I don't know.
I'm gonna say scooter fakies and crossfoots.
Scooter fakies and crossfits, that's probably a good
Yeah.
answer. I was gonna say switch, but that's just because I can't do anything switch. I think somebody did a switch trick against me, and I like wasn't even close. Like I never practiced switch or anything, and I just never prepare for that stuff. So
Yeah.
I forget what it was, but I think somebody did some switch trick, and I just like I couldn't even get close. I don't think.
I'm dog shit at Switch too, but I still think that should be included. It's
No,
like
I
the
yeah,
yeah.
it should be included. I was just yeah.
No,
Same
yeah.
with
It
scooter
does hurt.
fakies, honestly. Crossfoots, I feel, but scooter fakie is a trick.
I mean, this
Mhm.
is all subjective. I'm just trying to figure out we need a solid rule set. We need a good game of Scoot.
Right, right.
They got Battle of the Barracks. We need like some kind of
Yeah,
I
well,
don't know, annual Scoot.
we used to have the MGP flat scoot. Wish that was still a
I
thing.
know, dude.
That would be
Flat
sick.
and God, people have gotten so much better at riding flat now too.
Wow. Yeah.
It would actually, yeah, it'd be entertaining.
It's actually insane like how good people are at flat. And it's just like a triplet flat now is like nothing compared to like a lot of people. Like,
Yeah.
I
Dude,
don't
I mean,
know.
says you. You did a line with
Yeah.
what, like a rotor whip finger? Is that or rotor
Well,
twist
yeah,
finger?
full on twist finger whip flat.
I feel like you might be the only.
Yeah, that
Does
was
anybody else have
stupid.
that?
um, yeah, Corey. I think his last name is Moore. Do you guys know who I'm talking about?
Okay. No, I do not.
Australian dude.
No, he's from the UK, I think. Here, let me pull
Yeah.
I think I have his
Shit.
name.
That's such a unique trick. I feel like if you see other people do it, you instantly you're like, oh shit, okay.
Yeah, it's Corey Moore. Oh, it's probably not gonna load, but he does the trick too, the full on twist finger whip, and he's actually like, because I met him in Madrid and we were both doing them flat, so he can also do them flat, and he actually
Damn.
did it to a lip slide on like a skate park rail. He did full on twist finger up to lip, which is really. When I saw that, I was like, damn, dude, that's insane. Because I haven't tried that, but I did full whip finger lip one time, but I like chinked the rail, so I never like posted the clip because I was like, it was kind of stupid. It was just on at a skate park or whatever.
Yeah.
I never thought about doing the full on twist finger up to lip, which I think I could do it. I just haven't tried it. But
Do you think it's easier than full
That's
finger?
crazy.
for me now it is, yes. When I first was doing them, I like full whip fingers better, but now since I've just done the full on twist so many times now, it just flows way better now for me.
Yeah.
I used to be a lot of
close.
fingers though.
That's so crazy.
Because I used to like only full whip finger, like that was my trick until like I discovered the full on twist finger, and then now that's like the one that I go to more often than not now.
Hell yeah.
Definitely sicker.
Yeah, I mean, I think it looks cooler. Like I just love the full on twist tricks, like full twist, road twist, full on twist, all those type of tricks. They just look sick.
Yeah.
Bro, you got any
Yeah,
trick
fuck yeah.
tips?
Trick tips on the full on twist or what?
Yeah, full on twist.
I don't know how to like explain it. I could probably show it, but when you do the full on twist, like the front of your scooter where your fork and the head tube is, it has to come at like an angle, like back to you, like curving like that. And if you have it at that angle, the trick should just flow like super naturally. And this goes for
Okay.
all the full twist tricks. Like I do this with a rotor twist and full twist as well, and full on twists. There's like a certain angle which if you just play around with it, you'll probably find it. And just like focus, I just focus on like the front, like where my fork and my head tube is and my wheel. I focus on that part, and it will. If you try and make it do like this angle, I don't know
It like
how to.
swoops back towards you
Yeah,
and then a
swoops
little bit to the side.
yeah, and a little bit to the side, angled a little bit. And like I
Okay.
said, if you just play around with it, like on flat ground or whatever, you'll find that like sweet spot angle, and it
Okay.
should come to you. That's like how the trick clicked for me. And I was just messing around with one day, and I was like, if I really like angle this properly, and like I think I angled it more than I was before because I was able to do the trick beforehand, but it's not super consistent. And I just really like try to angle it more, which it
Okay.
probably doesn't sound very good when I'm just explaining it. I wish I could just show it, but
I mean it makes sense kind of. I can't really untwist, so I don't know how to like
yeah, that's
fully think
another.
of it, but
I think a lot of people can't untwist, so it's kind of a whole different thing. Because for me, full twists are hard because I have to do upper bar twist. When, that's why I normally just do the full on twist or the rotor twist because I just do it with my right hand. That's where I bar twist with.
okay.
When I full twist, I have to do bar twist with my left hand, so they're more challenging. I still can do them, but it's just I don't really ever like. You probably never see me do a full twist. It's always the full twist.
Yeah.
But
I never even noticed, honestly.
I mean, most people don't even know the difference. Like, because everybody thinks I still do a full twist finger whip. The amount of times I've heard that, like, oh, full twist finger whip. Like, no, I can't do a full twist finger whip. I can do a
Yeah.
full twist finger whip. But as people, they see the twist, they just all think it's the same thing.
I can recognize it. These fucking amateurs sweeping under. Dude, did you go to Lyon, the 25?
Oh yeah. I've been there twice now. I don't think I really want to do it, but last time we were with like a decent group. We had a camera, and like Jezzy was there. I was there with a couple other people. Eden, I think, was there, and Indy Clayson, and they're all trying to get me to do it. They're all like, "Oh, Paul." I think Paul Roman was there, and and I think Joel was there. Joel Ingold was there too, and they're all just trying to get me to do it. They're all like, "Oh, you'd be the one to do it. You just gotta go for it." But I really just didn't. It's not worth it to me, I don't think. Like, I feel like I probably could pull it off, but it's really not worth it. I don't
How
know.
big does it look in person?
So for me, I've heard this like flip flop for multiple different people, but for me, when I'm standing at the top of it, looking down, I'm like, oh, this looks easy. Like, what? But then you go to the bottom and you look up at it, and I'm like, oh, this thing is massive. Like, holy crap, this is huge. And if you look at the bottom and you look at how tall it is, and you like, there's like a building next to it, and you like try and like gauge like how tall it is with the building, it's like 2.5, 3 stories maybe, like
Damn.
tall.
Someone
Yeah,
does need to. Someone needs to measure it. I want to know
right.
how like far the drop is.
I think Eden did when he was getting flown out there. I heard it in like his undialed pod. He said it was like 14 feet by like 16 feet,
Mm,
like 14 feet high, 16 feet long, or something like that. Basically, like the equivalent of jumping off a box truck, he had said. And
mm,
he's like, oh, like I've jumped off this before.
right.
So, like, yeah, that's
Damn.
probably why he tried the whip bar. Cause he's like, oh, yeah, I could probably dub this.
No, for real. Yeah. I mean, it looks so doable. Like it looks so doable when you're there, but it's just, I mean, nobody's done it yet. So, I mean, it's definitely not that
Yeah.
doable, which is it looks
Yeah.
at least.
I mean,
Um,
no, only Jaws, right? Is he the only
no,
one to successfully jump
bikers
it?
have done
Yeah,
it.
Courage Adams barred it. Bar
Oh,
spin.
really? Okay, I didn't know a biker had actually landed it.
Yeah, I think
That's
so.
fuck yeah.
Yeah.
God damn. And then did you
It's
film in
fat.
Lyon?
Not this time around, but 2 years ago or whatever, when I went to Europe, that's when I filmed. This trip was it was mainly for the Urban World Series thing. It wasn't for
Okay.
like for filming or anything like that because I had already um filmed my part for the full length like last year or a year and a half ago. And so
Spare Time was filmed like 2 years ago?
That's
I think it was like a year and a half ago. Yeah.
crazy,
Damn,
bro.
yeah.
You were
That's
sitting on that ender that
wow.
long.
Yeah, that no, those clips have been
Ooh.
done since my last Europe trip.
Ooh.
Yeah, because that was from
That that was fucked, bro. Honestly,
Yeah.
how long did that take you? Like, was
well,
it pretty quick?
it was 30 days because I was in Europe for 30 days. So we
Just
oh
The whip,
sorry.
the
Yeah,
finger whip
just the
front
ender.
50.
the thing was
Just the
50. Oh,
ender.
oh no, I actually got that surprisingly quickly. I was very happy because I thought it was gonna be a battle, but I think it maybe was like I want to say like anywhere from 5 to 10 tries.
God.
Yeah,
That's
'cause we pulled up to the spot and I knew I kind of wanted to do that trick. And I think I tried a couple times. Like I did a couple run-ups and then I tried a couple times. Like my first couple attempts were like I landed in like Zeech or I landed in Feeble, but like they're all really like locked in. Like I don't even think I missed the 50 once. Like I think I could be wrong. We have to see the footage or whatever. But yeah, I think it was like 3 or 4 attempts, like actually trying the trick, and then like I think I got it like next one. So I think it was probably like fifth or sixth try or something like that. It was like surprisingly quickly. Like I thought it was gonna take a while, but I just got it and I'm like,
Had
damn,
you
I got
have
it.
you done that before on a down rail, like at a skate park?
Yeah, I've done it at skate parks before.
Okay.
I think I've only done it like a couple times, maybe like yeah, but just at like an A-frame rail or
Mhm.
whatever, but nothing at that magnitude or anything like that.
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
that's man, that's ridiculous. Fucking hell. I can't believe that was a year and a half ago. Have you been filming for anything else?
Recently, no, sadly not. It kind of sucks because um, I don't really have much people to film with right now because uh, Alex and Will they used to live here, but obviously they don't live here anymore.
Mhm.
And Sean Max Skippy, he lives here, but that's like the only person I can film with. But I think he's actually moving or has already moved to DC, so I don't really have anybody to film with anymore. Because Sean Skippy, he was filming a full length or mid length, and so we were filming for that, but I don't think we ever really got enough clips or whatever for it. And I think he's moved now, so I don't know what's gonna happen
Dude,
with that or
you
anything.
need to film with those rollerbladers,
Oh yeah, no, I probably should. I don't,
bro.
I don't really know them too well, but I think yeah.
You should try to get Will to like connect you guys. I just watched their full length Illegal Smiles, the one that Will posted. Did you watch that video?
No, I didn't watch it, but I know exactly what you're talking
Yeah,
about.
you should peep it when you get a chance. Like, dude, that's the best fisheye footage I've ever watched. Like I mean, they're on blades, so they can just follow you so
Right.
fucking well. And
Yeah.
like Oh, it's sick. Yeah, they really, really good. Shout out Illegal Smiles. Y'all kill it. I don't know any other names, but I'm
Yeah.
glad Will posted that.
I think I met a few of those dudes, but I never really like got close with them or anything like that. So, but I think they're really sick, and I've seen some of their clips, and like I think I've seen like the teaser for that video or whatever. But
Mhm.
I'm actually watched the whole video, but I probably should watch it.
It's sick. Yeah, and I mean,
Yeah,
that's Seattle, right? Is that pretty much
yeah.
like all Seattle? Yeah, they had crazy
I think it
spots.
is mostly Seattle. I don't, like I said, I haven't seen the video, but I think they're from Seattle, so I'm pretty sure.
Okay, word. Yeah.
I think so.
Um. Oh fuck yeah, man. It's sick.
So that last video was filmed over 30 days, you were saying basically though.
Yeah, yeah. So because it wasn't this last Europe trip, but the trip beforehand, which I think was about a year ago, a year and a half ago now. Yeah, I was in Europe for a full month. So I think it was like a little bit over 30 days or like just around 30 days. And it was just filming every day almost, which was really hard, but that was how I got all those clips. So
Yeah,
Stacked
that
up.
was a solid
yeah,
video. Yeah.
yeah.
Were there any of them that were like a struggle or have any like cool stories behind them?
Let me see. Um, Okay, so I don't the one that I think it was the intro, one of the intro clips for me. I did like an over 50 on this one down rail. I don't know if you guys remember that clip or not.
Oh
Um,
yeah. In the
but
middle of like two rails.
The
no,
inside 50.
it was
Okay.
just a
Well,
down, yeah, yeah, it
Uh,
was just a down rail, and there's like bushes on one side and then stairs on the other side. Um, but anyways, that rail was in like Germany. I think it was in I forget which town it was in, but it was somewhere in Germany. And I originally went there to try and do a whip over 50. Um, but I had definitely like pushed out because I think I tried it one time, and that's when I got like that needle in my arm. Like I fell into the bushes and there's like a big needle that like went in my arm.
oh,
So I just got like way too scared, and then so I just settled with the over 50. Um,
still fucked.
which was
Was it
yeah,
over back?
yeah, it was over back.
Okay, so you wanted the whip over back 50.
Yeah, I wanted to whip over back
Yeah.
50 because I've been doing those like a lot recently before I went to that rail, and I was like I had it on lock, and I was like if I just commit to it one time I'll just lock into it, like I'm sure of it. And then of course I don't even know if I went for it, if I just didn't commit to it, but I tried and I just missed. And then luckily it was just bushes on the other side, but if that was a stair set that would have sucked.
yeah.
Yeah.
um but
Got needled.
I'm trying to remember if there's any other like tricks that were had stories behind them. The one where I jumped off the like big cement thing into like the bank and then dove off into the water.
Mhm.
That clip is kind of funny because we that's next to like a museum or art museum in Lyon. It has like a lot of this like the famous like street jam spots. There's like a huge, I think it's like one of the biggest rails that people hit in Lyon there. Um, so there's that spot, and on the way there, that's where I did the drop into the water or into the bank and then into the water. And I
Okay.
remember we were rolling past it, and I saw it, and I was like, "Damn, has anybody done this? Because it's like it's set up perfect for it." And I
Yeah.
don't think I think they said that nobody has done it. I was like, "Damn, I should try it for the video." And I wanted to do it originally without getting wet because we still had like a full day of filming ahead of us, and I didn't want to be like
Soaked,
all wet and soaked and stuff like that.
drenched.
Yeah. So I originally tried it with my clothes on. I was just gonna plan on landing and then power sliding, and and I did it, but like it doesn't I didn't really ride away enough for it to like quote unquote count because I just right as I hit the flat, I like power slid and like land on my ass so I wouldn't fall into the water.
Mhm.
So I realized, oh damn, I'm really gonna have to just take all my clothes off and then jump into the water when I do it.
Bro, you had like 10 feet of runoff, and that thing
Yeah,
was, yeah, what you're rolling down was at least 4 times longer than what you had to
yeah,
run off
exactly.
on. It
Um,
was a good clip.
but
I think it was
no,
worth it jumping
oh,
in the
I think
water.
so too. It definitely was.
Yeah. It was a good ass
Um,
intro.
no, yeah, I was really stoked on it. But it was fun because I was deciding if I wanted to do it with my shoes on or my shoes off. Everybody was telling me, like, dude, keep your shoes on. Like, if you fall, you're gonna mess your feet up. But I was just like, if I just commit to it, I'm not gonna fall. Like it is a big drop, and you have to hop kind of far to get into the bank. But it's like like semi basic, like if you know what you're doing. So I was like, okay, I can just do it with my shoes off, and it'll make the clip better, and blah blah blah.
And you won't have wet socks. You
No
can
wet
pay
socks.
homage to Reese Jones.
Right. So I decided to do it like that, and luckily I just landed it first try. Um, but I really lucked out because one of my team members, Marius, he like stood at the bottom where like I jumped off my scooter, and I didn't even know he was going to do it, but luckily he was there because when I jumped on my scooter fell into the water, and he like reached down and grabbed it. But if he didn't, if he wasn't there, that scooter would have been gone. So I like lucked out that he was there because I wasn't even thinking about that. I was just thinking about the trick and about not falling, and nobody else was thinking about it except him because nobody was even over there. But
Shout out.
yeah,
It's a true
yeah.
homie.
Facts.
So luckily, my scooter was saved, but
Mhm.
but
Yeah.
yeah,
Hell yeah, you would have had that's what OD did in Chicago. Like jumped
did he?
into the lake with his scooter.
Oh, yeah.
And then they lost it. And then they like magnet fished it out, but it was like a day later or some shit, and you didn't have a scooter for the jam.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Don't
Damn,
be
really?
jumping in the water with your scooter. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
know.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. They fucking magnet fished it out. I think it took them like an hour or so, and they were just about to give up. And then like I think it was Nick Tedrick who found it. Like just like it happened to magnetize onto it, pull it up.
Well,
Sick, yeah. Um, dude, okay, well, I guess while you were filming that video, do you like you've been to Europe now and you've like filmed a lot across America. What do you enjoy better? Like what are some differences just like filming overseas or compared to here?
okay. So okay, I'm kind of spoiled because I get to like go these places to where they have all these like good spots, you know, and everything like that. Like, so it's hard to like to pick which spots I like better, like America versus like overseas or whatever. Um, but one thing I will say is a lot of the rails in France are like pretty tall. Like I don't know if you guys ever have been over there or anything,
Oh,
but like if
hopefully
you
one
just
day.
get like a regular down rail, it's like honestly like a foot taller than like most US rails. And when I like realized that, I was like, damn, that's kind of that's kind of sketchy.
Yeah.
But it's mainly in France because like Barcelona, like there's a lot of low, like small rails. But I was realizing because that's the double rail that I 50'd in on the inside.
Yep.
That rail is pretty tall. Like compared to like
railroad.
oh yeah, on an accident, yeah.
Dude, I would have taken that. I don't know. That was cooler than the actual trick. I know it was on accident, but holy shit.
Yeah.
When I saw you like run off after you landed it, I was like, no, why didn't you just roll away?
No, I probably should have, yeah.
You still did it. I mean,
Yeah.
fuck.
Still counts in my eyes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. But I guess I like the spots in Europe more just because I think I've been to like more famous ones and just more spots over there in general. Because when I was there for 30 days, like that's every day we just went out and found like road spots, and they just showed me like where all the spots were. So I just got
tour
to
guides.
experience so many of them, which I think I kind of got spoiled. So I guess I would say that I kind of like the spots over there more just because I've ridden probably more of them, to be honest. But I will say when I went to the East Coast with Sean McSkippy on the video, I did love the spots over there. So it's kind of hard because I love the East Coast spots, but I also love spots in Europe too.
Yeah. I feel like that experience was a completely different though. Like you driving cross country with Skippy and Jeff, and
Yeah.
then compared to like being in France, I feel like it was probably a lot smoother and getting to spot.
Yeah, no, it was a different experience. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, we just had Jeff on actually. Or JJ, yeah, Jeffy. But he was telling me that was like quite the experience. It was just loading up in his, what was it, a CRV?
Yeah, in his CRV, we had all of our scooters and all of our bags and everything, and it was crazy because we didn't have like places to stay like most of the time, so we had like last minute find people. Luckily, JJ had like so many people like that was able to let us stay. Like he just knew a lot of people. But yeah, a lot of nights. Yeah, I had to sleep on floors. Uh, oh, dude, the first night in Boston, we had to sleep on the dorm floor of I forget who it was. I think it was um somebody on I think like couch pants or something like that.
Okay.
I don't remember it. No, I don't know if that was who it was or not, but
But it was in a dorm. Like
it
you
was in a
don't was it
dorm.
like 2 bed dorm, one of those
Yeah,
tiny ass.
we had to sleep on the floor in the dorm with like other people sleeping there because we didn't have anywhere to stay that first night. That was pretty brutal. We got like barely any sleep and then had to wake up and I think we went and drove somewhere. Dude, JJ really like drove the whole time. Like we kept offering to drive and everything, but he like I don't know how he was able to do that. Like he drove so much for us. Like
Yeah, no, that seemed like what 15 days, and how many states did you go to? Or was it
went to a
15?
lot. I don't even know how many states we went to. It was I like yeah, we went all the way around and up and down the East Coast. So it was like I think we started in Boston, drove all the way down to the furthest south we went was South Carolina, and then came back up and flew out of I think it was out of Boston again to go back home. So yeah, all the way down and then all the way up, just hit all those states really. Um,
Damn.
and he drove the whole freaking time, which is crazy. And he did so many like when we had to fly out the next day, I think we were in New York or something like that. And then we had to wake up super early and drive for us to make our flight. And then he was like, all right, I'm driving back down to Virginia after he dropped us off, which is like another like 10-hour plus maybe drive or something like that. After he just dropped us off at the airport, drove like another like 4 or 5 hours out of his way to just come back down. He was really like, I
Damn.
don't know, really
Oh
appreciated
yeah.
it.
Shout out fucking Jeffy Wap.
It
That's
was great.
insane.
Yeah.
How excited were you to go back to your bed after that?
Oh, very excited. Yeah. I did.
Did you
That,
like not scooter for 2 weeks? I don't think I would have wanted
oh,
to
oh.
touch my scooter for a minute
Usually,
after that.
yeah, usually when I get back from these trips, I don't scooter for like the next like week or two because I'm just like,
Oh, burnt. Yeah.
oh yeah,
After a month, you gotta be.
oh dude, yeah, after that Europe trip where I was just filming for a month, dude, I came back. I was like, I don't even want to touch my scooter. Like, I don't want to
Yeah.
even see that thing.
Yeah.
Done.
What did you do in that time, or like when you done scooter? Like know you said go
Um,
outdoors, but what kind of
yeah,
stuff?
so I'm really into like rock climbing and hiking, and I'm really, I mean, mainly it's just rock climbing to be honest, but
Okay.
I also do mountain biking. Um, but yeah, recently it's been a lot of rock climbing. I've gotten few friends that do it, and my brother does it,
Yeah.
and we have like a gym that we go to, and then when it's nice outside, we'll go outside and go climbing outside. So,
That's dope. The outdoor climbing is gnarly.
dude, outdoor climbing is so much fun. It's like a whole different experience. Have you guys ever climbed outside?
No.
No,
Mm-mm.
No.
no, just
Yeah.
indoor. But
Yeah, it's like it's fun climbing indoor, but then you go outside and it's a whole different thing. Like it because indoor they have like a certain grading scale, or like they do outdoor too, obviously. But if you climb like a certain grade indoor and then you try and climb that same grade outdoor, you probably won't be able to. It's way harder outside. Like if you
oh
climb
yeah,
It's
for
like getting
Boulder,
a clip in the streets, bro.
I mean exactly facts. That's exactly what it is. Right. If you do it at a skate park and then you try and do the same trick on like a street down rail, you're probably not gonna be able to pull it off. Yeah, it's pretty funny because if you get super confident in the gym and then you try and go climbing outside and you just get your ass kicked, you're like, what the fuck? I can't climb any of this.
yeah.
Yeah.
Do you ever free solo anything?
No, I don't do that. But I do like top rope soloing, which is I'm connected into a rope, but I'm by myself. So if some of my devices, I have two devices, they're like camming devices that lock when I fall. But if both of them would give out, then I would die. But they're not supposed to give
Eh,
out.
What's the
Coefficient,
biggest thing you've climbed?
like tallest.
Yeah.
So I don't really know, but like maybe like 200 feet. You can do like multi-pitch climbing, which you can go up as high as the rock allows you
Okay.
to, which I haven't gotten into much. I've done like one multi-pitch climb, which is where you climb to a certain point and then you belay the person underneath you up, and then you keep going up higher and whatever. Which I haven't done too much of that, but I want to get into it. But my rope, I have a rope. It's 70 meters long, which I don't know what that is in feet, but however long that is, I can climb by myself or with somebody else. So it's like, I think like 200 feet or so.
Yeah.
Word.
210.
Jesus, that's still like fucking crazy. I can't imagine looking down from that. Fucking hell. All right. Actually, I want to see if this. How long have you been doing that?
What, climbing?
Yeah, like shit like that.
Just like, well, I've been rock climbing maybe like
It's
2 years.
like over. Okay, 2 years. Like climbing something that's over like 100 feet. When was the first time you did that?
Oh, I've been doing that forever. Like I've always been into climbing, and I love heights. My job, I'm up on roofs a lot, so I'm
Hey,
not,
same.
I'm not scared of heights or anything like that. I've climbed towers and things.
Because you have no fear on like big rails is where I was going with this. I feel like I don't know if maybe just you've been up very high, so you don't think about it or something.
Well,
Like
I
they
mean,
seem small.
yeah. Well, okay. I would say I am afraid of big rails, but I just don't think about it. That's like the main thing.
Okay.
Like if you think about it, then you're going to be scared to do the trick or hit the rail. So I just don't think about the possibilities of me falling or what could happen. I only think about me landing the trick. That's the only thing that's in my mind. And then it's not as scary because I know what I'm going to do. And then I go and do it. So whereas if you think,
Yeah.
oh, what if I miss this 50-50, or what if you know, I don't know, if you just come up with all these.
Yeah.
So
You manifest the fall by sitting there and thinking about all the ways you could fall. See, man, I do the opposite. Maybe I need to switch my brain, but I like the first, like when I get to a spot, I feel like the first thing I think of is I'm like, all right, if I fall, how am I gonna fall? Like I try to plan out what's the best way I could fall.
Yeah, you can't do that. Literally, you have to instill like fake confidence in yourself or real confidence, however, but you have to convince yourself that the only possible way to get down is to land the trick or to do the spot that you're trying to hit. Like there's no other way. Like you have to do it. And there's no other like outcome. Like, you're not gonna fall. You're not gonna like the only thing you're gonna do is hit the
You're just
rail
gonna
and
land it. Yeah. There's no
it.
other option. Do you think
Yeah.
you've always been like that? Or did you learn that?
I had to train that into myself because I'm actually really cautious. Like if people know me personally, like I'm really cautious. It doesn't seem that way. Because like I was saying, like I do kind of quote unquote reckless things and whatnot, but I am like really cautious. Like my dad is insanely cautious. So I take precautions, but I definitely am able to get reckless too, I guess.
I got you. Yeah, it's calculated risks.
Yeah, calculated risk. I try and do the crazy things as safely as I possibly can, if that makes sense. Yeah.
I got you. Before you like try a certain trick at a spot, do you prepare for that spot? Like, do you go into spots knowing what you want?
Most of the time, no, because most of the time it's so hard to judge. Like if you see a photo of a spot and then you go there in real life, it's most of the time completely different. Like at first, I would see a spot on photo and I'd be like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna go here and do this trick. And I get to this spot, I'm like, there's no way I could do this trick. Like, so I have to switch it up. So most of the time now, I see a spot and I'm like, okay, it's a rail. I have a certain amount of tricks I could maybe do. I don't have any one that I'm like, I have to do this at this spot. Then once I go to the spot and then I see what looks capable or the best way, or the best trick to do on that specific spot, and then that's what I'll usually do. So I don't usually like plan out ahead of time. I'll usually have to go there first and look at it and then see what I can do.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I could see you being the kind of person to like you see a spot, you know what you want, and then you go to the park and do a trick like 50 times.
Yeah, no, I don't think I really do that.
Okay.
Yeah. I usually because I just have these tricks that like I have on lock because I practiced them so many times. So then I just know that if I want to do it on a specific rail, if I find that specific rail that like fits the criteria or whatever, then I can just go and do it. Where I don't know if that makes sense.
No, yeah, no, it makes sense. You fucking ride a lot and you're very confident in the ones that you got. So
Yeah, that's the thing. I think
there you
I'm
know.
the tricks I'm good at, like I know that I'm confident in those tricks. Whereas like that's why you see me doing specific tricks on big rails because I'm good
Mhm.
at tricks. Like I don't usually go outside of the box and try like the trick I'm not super confident in unless I know I'm gonna land it.
Yeah, you're not like learning these tricks on the rail. You don't
Yeah.
see a yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's I need to I've definitely tried to learn tricks on spots. I'm like, that's such a horrible idea.
Yeah, no, I don't usually do that. Yeah.
Dude, when you like were growing up riding, because man, you're on another level. I know you know it. Did it come quick or did it like click at one point?
Um, I wouldn't necessarily say it came quick. I just worked really hard at it. Like I was saying, when I was younger, I would just go to skate park every day. And it was like most people like they go to the skate park, like they'll chill and talk to their friends or whatever. Like no, when I went to the skate park, I was riding. I was literally like I had this routine at my local skate park that I would do like every single day. And I would just do every single trick I could do. Like if I could do this trick, like even if it was just tail whip, like I start with a tail whip and I'd go double whip, triple whip, quad whip, quint whip, add a bar spin, and I'd do every single motion until I couldn't think of any tricks that I haven't done that day.
So fly out?
Fly out air, because I used to be a park rider before I was like, or
Yeah.
quote unquote park rider before I was more quote unquote street or whatever. Um, so I just was really working on consistency and like there was this hip to a quarter pipe, and so I do like a bar whip on the hip and then bar whip air and then come back whip bar the hip whip bar air come back bar air or bar the hip bar air. And I would just keep going back and forth until I ran out of tricks. And then I mean, that's basically what I did. And then once I completed my trick list, like every single trick I could do, then I would work on new tricks. So it would be like an
Damn.
hour, 2 hours before I was actually able to ride like how I wanted to ride. So I was really, I guess you could say, motivated. And another thing is like I would do like those tricks, like I was saying, on the hip and then the air, and then I'd have to do the same tricks over a pyramid. So like I had to do them multiple times too. So it was,
Damn,
yeah.
dude. Well, I get why you're good now.
So I
Yeah.
think,
Yeah.
it
That makes a lot of sense.
didn't necessarily come naturally. I just really worked my ass off because,
Yeah.
um,
That's
yeah.
awesome. That's fucking sick. Damn, I would not do it every time I'd sesh, but I love doing that on just it's typically just flat bars. I got a flat bar in my house. So I'd be like, okay, board, back lip, board heel, front board whip, board back lip, like both ways, and just try to like mirror everything.
That's
Yeah. And I'm sure you've done that as well. Like yeah, on the rails. But yeah, you just took it to every place in the park you could, which
yeah.
fuck. Yeah, that's a good formula. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it definitely like it helped because I did it when I was just like learning. So I got like the basics down really consistently. But also working that hard at it kind of made me hate it in the beginning for a while. Like I was like, because I was so determined to just be as good as I possibly could be. Where like at one point I realized I was like, okay, if I'm doing this and it's not fun anymore, I had to stop. So I stopped doing it as consistently like that. But I for the first like couple of years that was all I was doing. But then I realized I was like, okay, this is not fun. I start having fun with it.
Yeah.
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 It didn't last like that forever, but I did do that for quite a while where it's just like go to the skate park to like train really was what it was.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's
Solid.
sick that you burnt out and you weren't like, you're like,
Dude,
okay, I just need to find a different path.
yeah, it's kind of funny because back to when I almost quit, I was like I said, because I was more like park orientated, and I was at a point where like I didn't think I could get better unless like I went to like a skate park that had like bigger ramps. Because a lot of this skate parks by where I grew up at. Um, oh whoa, did it cut out for you guys?
No, it didn't cut out. I did hear like the phone call, but
Okay, yeah, my bad.
yeah.
Okay, so I forgot what I was saying.
You thought you couldn't get any better with the
Oh yeah,
ramps that you had.
yeah, because the skate parks I grew up at, they were like my local has like a 4 foot quarter pipe is the tallest quarter pipe. So I had to learn all my tricks on those like small quarter pipes. And we had skate parks that had bigger quarter pipes, obviously, but they're kind of far away. And like I was doing double overheads at fly out on a 4 foot quarter. and it's kind of hard to like one up myself after that. And I was just getting really burnt out, like doing the same tricks, I guess is what it was. And I was still on like short bars and small deck. And then like all my friends were like quote unquote street oriented, where they did more like grinds and stuff like that.
Yeah,
They're all trying to get
Yeah.
they're all trying to get me to do that type of riding. And I wasn't really into it because I didn't want to take all this like or all this time I've put into becoming this certain type of rider and just switch it. But I kind of realized that if this is not going anywhere, like being like a park rider, I probably should switch to street if I want to try and make something of scootering. And also, like I said, I wasn't really enjoying it at the moment, doing all the park tricks. And so I got a bigger deck and started trying to do more street tricks, and I just fell back in love with it. Because I think it was like 2018 or 2019. Like I was like pretty bored of scootering, and I was like almost about like thinking about quitting because it wasn't going anywhere for me. And then like I just started like riding more street orientated, and then I like I said fell in love with it again, and I like loved it more than I ever have. So
Yeah. Man, so many people could learn from that. I feel like too many people get stuck in their own little box of tricks, or they think their style is this and
yeah,
they don't want to do other things. And yeah, that shit's gets boring. I feel like you
that's
need to switch it up. Yeah.
Yeah.
100%. Whether it goes both, like if you've only grown up riding rails your whole life, it's like fuck around and learn overheads and how to ride
Yeah.
a ramp.
Yeah.
It goes both ways. Or if you've been on resi your entire life, just learning triple overheads, get a different scooter. It'll be a
Yeah.
lot more fun, I
Yeah,
promise.
it is, yeah. 'Cause you get it down to where it's like this one thing over and over and over again, and then there you have to realize there's a whole other world out there, even though it's the same, even though it's scootering, it's still like a whole different like spectrum of the sport. So
Yeah. Hell yeah, man. Fucking good looks on you for opening your mind.
mhm.
All right. Well, we can transition into Phil's top 10, our little question segment.
All right.
Shout out
Yeah.
Phil for the questions.
Shut up, Phil.
Yeah. Starting at the top. Number one is the Michael Jordan of scootering.
Oh, who I think the Michael Jordan
Is it? Yeah, to you.
Ryan Williams.
Yeah, we've gotten a lot of Ryan Williams.
I mean, I don't know. He's just the GOAT, really, in my opinion.
He's the most iconic. Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Easy one. Number two, this one's a little harder, but worst trend in scootering.
Worst trend in scootering. I don't know if it's necessarily a trend anymore, but when people would put coins in their bars,
Oh shit! Yeah, that was
I don't know. I never really got it. I was like, I get it if you like loosen your scooter, that makes sense to me. But if you put coins in it to make it, I don't know, like just loosen your back wheel or something, that's fine. But don't put coins in rocks in your bars and stuff like that.
I had so many kids at Woodward do that shit.
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing, man?
Teddy.
Oh yeah, it makes it heavier.
That's funny. No, Hetty.
Oh,
Yeah, that's funny. You're the first one to say that, honestly.
dude, another one kids would do is they'd excuse my chicken wing chewing, but they would take zip ties and fucking you're shaking your head, man. Come on, I got these new Maple Inferno Wingstop wings. Shout out, new flavor, limited edition for the month. But
Saw that in my email, honestly.
they would tie zip ties so it would like clink their spokes. They would tie it on the fork so it would like zip when they rode.
wait,
What?
So they would take a zip tie,
yeah.
tie it onto their fork, and then like put the end of the zip tie in a spoke on their wheel.
Oh,
And when they rode, it would like
okay. Like when you rode a bike and you put like a pop can and you crunched it.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, and they would just make some zipping noise when they rode.
I've actually never seen that, I don't
Yeah,
think.
me either.
Yeah, it was really funny. That and then like the coins in the bars, just God, so much unnecessary noise. What are you doing? Did I get it though? That is one thing is like skateboarding to scootering is I love like the way skateboarding sounds in videos. And if someone has a really dialed scooter and there's just no scooter audio, it feels off. So it is like I like a little jangle. So I do kind of get it, but just yeah, maybe have your wheel a little. Yeah, exactly.
For me personally, it doesn't necessarily matter. Like I do like when like clips are or people have loud scooters. I think it does sound good, but I also like it when it's quiet with a dialed scooter. Sometimes if you hear like a trick, like a grind on a rail or whatever, and it's just like silent sometimes, or it has like that ring noise that only comes with
Yeah. If it's dialed to the point where it like has that pop, like
yeah,
it's like a basketball.
yeah.
Yeah, that sounds sick.
But either way, for me, it doesn't really matter. But it does.
True.
Don't put those in your bars.
Yeah, no coins. No artificial noise.
Word.
Well, yeah, Austin, you want to give him number 3?
Most underrated rider to look for.
Yeah, there's a lot of them. Hmm.
True.
In my area, I guess in my area, I wouldn't consider him underrated, but I don't think a lot of people know him like outside of my area. But Jonah, I don't know his Instagram.
Jonah
Jonah,
W.
yeah, I think so. Yeah,
Yeah.
he is really talented. I think he won the Seattle and the Portland Jam this year. Um, he has a really good style. And he's very creative with his tricks too. Like he doesn't just do, I don't know, random tricks. Like he really like thinks about his tricks. I feel like you can tell that like when he goes for certain tricks, like especially at the street jam. There's this one spot and everybody was riding it a certain way, like it's like the most like obvious way to ride the spot. And he like tried to hit this bank to gap over like this flat into the down rail that everybody was hitting normally. And it's like nobody else was doing that. Like nobody thought about it like he did. So he definitely like has like the eye for seeing like spots to
Yeah.
hit him more creativity, like with more
Yeah.
creativity.
No, I totally get what you're saying. That's so important too. People need
Yeah.
to like add their own personality to spots.
Yeah.
I
And you can
love,
tell,
yeah,
right? So,
100%. You need to like, yeah, if there's a different way to hit the spot, fucking do it. Cause then nobody expects it.
right.
Keep on their toes. That's the second shout out he's gotten on this. Hep Greg
Oh,
shout him
really?
out too. Yeah.
Huh. Yeah, well, no, yeah. I don't really, it's hard for me. I don't see too many like well, I do see underrated writers, but it's hard for me to like know who they are. But off the top of my head, he's definitely the one that pops out, I
Yeah.
think.
Hell yeah.
Fuck yeah. Did you
Um,
learn
oh yeah, go for it.
5 or 4? Did you learn to bar, spin, or tail whip first?
Okay, I don't necessarily remember, but I'm pretty sure it was a bar spin first.
Gang.
Because like I said, the fusion that I had, it had like 19 wide bars, so they're pretty small. And I remember just trying the bar spin motion, and that just clicked for me more than a tail whip did. And I don't know if you guys ever did this, but to learn them, I took my bars off my scooter and set them on like the ground, and I just did the motion like a million times, like literally
Oh yeah.
so many times. It was muscle memory to where I just got on my scooter and almost, I think I probably did it like maybe like first or second try after that because I just had it dialed so good after that.
Yeah.
Or you swing your scooter and then bar spin and then swing it back.
Yeah, that or like set it on top of a quarter pipe
Right.
or yeah,
Yeah.
like just set it up on anything so you can motion it.
Right.
Yeah, I learned bar spins first too. It took me like a month to learn tail whips.
Yeah, I don't know exactly how long it took me after to learn tail whips, but I think it was probably shortly after. I think, oh, you know what it was? Because I got into scootering and my brother was into scootering too. And I think he actually learned tail whips before me. I think.
Damn, did
And
that piss you off?
I don't think it really did because he's my older brother, so usually he's always
Oh yeah, one upping.
better than me at things,
Mhm.
like at the start. But then he ended up quitting. Uh,
Little quick shade.
but
uh dude, love it. Probably pushed you.
no,
And then number 5 in Phil's top 10. Phil asks suggestion to further the sport.
I think to further the sport, we just need, I think, just more video parts, to be honest, because that is what is like really like the backbone of the sport is like videos, because those are like forever. Like people, when they see those, they're always going to remember them. And if you need like reference, like you can look up a video
Yeah.
on YouTube, see that like it's tangible evidence of what we do. And I think if we just keep pushing those, and then people will notice eventually, because
Yeah.
it would get like more of like a bigger sponsor like Red Bull or whatever. But I think we need to have just push more videos and have some of them blow up,
Yeah.
like outside of scootering. Like we need some video to just go viral, like the people know about that don't even scooter.
Yeah.
And I think just if you just people push more video parts out, I think that would be good.
100%. That's like the blood fuel of all action sports.
Mhm.
It's their lifeline. I mean, all of us started because we probably saw a video that we thought was sick.
Oh yeah,
Like it started with a friend, and then, or at least for me, it started with a friend, and then they start showing you videos. And you're like,
Mhm.
holy, this is the coolest thing ever.
Yeah, and that gets you
These tricks.
inspired to just go more.
Yeah, 100%. Do you have a favorite
Good.
video?
Yeah.
It's number 6.
Good transition.
It's a little rocky. We're working on it.
Um, can I say one of my videos?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Well, okay. I'll give you two answers. My favorite video for me is my coalition video, just because I thought I worked so hard on that, and our whole team did. Um, but I guess other than that, um,
First scooter rider to pick their own video for favorite video. I feel you though, man.
well,
I'm a clip narc
I don't know.
myself.
When I
I
rewatched that
watch my
video,
own shit the most.
I'm just in love with it. You know, if I
Yeah, it means something to you like deeply. And that was, you had to actually pull fruit for that. You're talking about the most recent one, right? Yeah.
Mexico.
Yeah, bro. You had to put the team on your back. That was probably a stressful week for you.
yeah. And I guess I
Back
could.
hurt for sure after that.
Uh, it's hard because there's so many videos that are like just good, but I think I really like another coalition video. But the V3 one with Kai Saunders, I forget who was all on that team. But I really love the editing and the music in that video. Um,
Yeah, was Nick Tedrick in that one too? Was it? Yeah.
I forget who was all on that team. For some reason, I just can remember Kai, but I just remember the music choice in that video. I really enjoyed, and always got me hyped to ride. Um,
Fuck yeah. Well, dude, while we're on the topic, because we should have asked you about this earlier, but coalition. I mean, how was that?
dude, that was like the most amazing trip ever. It was insane. It was a big eye opener because that was like the first time I got to meet all these top scooter riders. Feel like before I went to like street jams, but it was only like US riders. I got to meet a bunch of, European riders and just other top US riders that I haven't seen yet or met yet. It was so sick, just everybody all in one place. And Mexico was awesome. I know that beforehand people were kind of skeptical of it being in Mexico, but I think it was perfect. Um,
Oh,
I
yeah.
had just an amazing trip, even though our team, it sucked that our two people on our team got hurt, and I guess Isaac got hurt too at the end. Um, but it was just a fantastic trip. Like, and I was super surprised I didn't get injured. Like, I obviously got bruised and cut up, but I didn't get anything that made me not be able to walk or anything like that, which is kind of surprising. Usually, when I go on trips, I can't like walk.
Yeah.
Bro, all these guys were rolling up to the spots thinking about how they were gonna fall.
Oh,
You had that mental, bro.
yeah, there you go.
We gotta,
But
yeah, get us, help us get your teammates for that video on. Well, we've already had Isaac, but we'll ask him.
yeah,
What are you
yeah.
thinking about it? Coalition.
You were scared, right? You were scared.
And it was just amazing watching all the videos being premiered with in like it was like a bar that we rented out, and just how loud it was in there. Everybody was getting so hyped for every single trick that went down. It was just like the energy
Yeah.
was it was just like very I don't know.
Yeah,
like
I
I'm
mean,
not,
it's electric. That's
yeah.
fucking insane. Video premieres are the best, and like that going to that video premiere has got to be,
Mhm.
I mean, amazing. After
Top
everybody
tier.
puts in all that work too.
And
Dude, do you remember what trick got the loudest pop at the whole premiere?
it might have been I don't know if it was either roommates uh
The
trick,
flare.
yeah, or if it was mine, the whip finger whip front board. Uh, I don't really know. They're both,
They were both
but it
up
was
there.
hard yeah, it was
How did
hard
that
because
feel? How did that feel though when you like premiered that trick?
Oh, it felt amazing. I right before it was coming up, had like the biggest smile on my face because I knew it was gonna come and I knew everybody was gonna like freak out. And then after it played, like people just came over to me and were like hyping me up, and that was yeah. And it was also because at that time, like I haven't met most of those people, so like they're also like people that like I looked up to and everything like that.
Yeah.
That like we knew each other on Instagram or whatever, but we never talked or anything like that. I mean, I didn't even really know most of them knew me because I hadn't met any of them really. But then after that, yeah,
After that, they knew.
after that, yeah. But
Fuck yeah, man.
Timothy.
That's awesome. I love that. Yeah, that's fucking sick. Austin, you got the list pulled up? My phone shut off.
Number 7. If you were to go on a trip, where would you go and who would you bring?
oh,
Like 3 people.
3 people?
Yeah.
You two, no.
Hell yeah.
Wait, did you say us? Was that the answer? Fuck, dude, where are we going?
Yeah. You
We're
can
going
find
to Hong Kong.
the racetrack.
Oh, God bless. Yeah.
I really want to go.
Nah, but for real.
What do you mean? That was my
All right, yeah, we can move on.
Yeah, we're going to Hong Kong.
Looks like we're going to Hong Kong this year, y'all. 10-4 exclusive.
Yeah.
Wise
Shout out Wise. Yep.
Yeah, thanks, Wise, for sending us to
Shout
Hong
out
Kong
Wise.
later this year.
I'll hit up Jared. He'll pitch.
Dude, yeah, there you go. I think I would love to go, yeah, to either like somewhere in China or like Japan. Just somewhere like crazy
Yeah,
that like nobody has really scootered too much.
Japan would be awesome.
Um, and then as people, uh, I'd probably bring like, can I just bring some of my friends?
Of course.
Oh yeah.
Shout them out.
I would bring Zach Apgar and Joseph Romero. They're 2 like local friends.
Hell yeah.
Fuck yeah.
And yeah, we would shred.
Boys.
Hell yeah.
Amen.
That'd be sick. Well,
Yeah, they could definitely tag along with us when we go this year.
Oh yeah, yeah.
yeah.
We'll invite them.
Yeah, for sure. Throw them in the suitcase.
Yeah. Well, the next one is going to be number 8, favorite person to party with in scootering.
Well, that's kind of a bad question for me because I don't really party too much.
Yeah, I know you are like you're sober, right?
Yeah, I don't drink or smoke or anything like that.
Yeah, I mean, power to you. That's why you're probably so good.
But the Seattle after party, like what 2020, was it? The one that I won, I forget what year it was.
Yeah.
2021?
Yeah. The year
Were
y'all
you
did the
were you
premiere.
there, Austin?
Yeah, I was there
Yeah.
that year.
That after party was so sick.
Yeah. So
Uh,
whoever was doing the DJ.
The DJ, yeah.
Yeah.
We had a
Yeah,
DJ and we were just bumping in that Airbnb. So I don't know if I could pick one person, but just all the scooter homies, really.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Any scooter party.
Yeah.
Dude, what went down at that Seattle house? Wasn't there some shit? Or no?
I
Yeah.
don't know
I mean,
what.
I was staying there and like on Sunday or whatever, there was like the house had like stairs also going under it to I guess a basement or something else, but there was like church and we were all like faded trying to clean up and there was like people like coming in to go to church and shit.
Wait, what?
No
Like,
way.
that was
I didn't even
pretty
hear about
wild.
that. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
They had a church in their basement.
I don't know, like it could have been really like any building. There was just like these stairs like going down.
Was it like an
All these
apartment
people
building?
were showing up. No, it was like a cottage. It was like a 2-story. It had 2 stories. It definitely did have a basement
Way.
because there was a bathroom and like shit downstairs. So I don't know, but
Holy
it was
shit.
pretty wild. Like
Yeah.
Jordan, fucking fell over like the J Money fool. He fell over and was like trying to get up for like a minute. I got a pretty funny Snapchat video of him like just continuously slipping back down.
Into the
But-
basement.
No, he was like on the dance floor and like in the corner, and like
Okay.
this, like he was on this table or something, and it just like shattered or like the leg broke.
Oh yeah.
He kept like trying to get up, and he would just like keep slipping down. Like
Oh.
it was just funny as fuck to me.
It's not very money of him.
Yeah, I won't call him that. He's Jordan to me, but yeah, cool dude.
All right. Well,
moment.
the last question. Oh wait, no, we got two more. My apologies. Number 9 is who influenced you as a writer?
So in the beginning, there's this local rider. His name is Derek Danielson. He was sponsored by Zero Gravity Scooters. Do you guys know what
Yeah, I
Zero
know Zero.
ZG?
Yeah.
Yeah, so he rode for them, and he was just like a local rider, and he really inspired me. I think I watched how good he was, and that's kind of what pushed me in the beginning to just like ride as hard as I possibly could. Um, so that was like then,
What
and
was
I
his
guess
style?
he was a like park rider.
Park. Yeah.
But he was like in my mind, he was like the best. Like, and he really was like very, very talented. When he was like in his prime or whatever. Um, but then I guess towards the middle, I would say like Nick Tedrick, to be honest. And then like nowadays, Lucas Demiglio is really inspiring because he's just like so good and
Yeah.
he's just like a machine. So
He is a machine. He's a robot.
yeah,
He's definitely a robot.
he really is a robot. It doesn't make any
Have
sense.
you gotten to ride with him personally?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like a good bit.
Yeah, I've rode with him like yeah, a couple times. My first Europe trip. I've rode with him in Argentina, and in my last Europe trip as well, and in Madrid, he was there too. So yeah, I've rode
Hell
with
yeah.
him, and in some street jams. He was in Seattle Jam, not last year, but the year before, and I think one other street jam or whatever. Yeah, I've ridden with him a
Yeah,
few
good.
times.
Have y'all ever played Scoot?
No, I don't think so.
Fuck.
I think I don't know. I'd be kind of scared.
God, it would
You
be
beat
close.
you beat Jonathan, bro.
No, I know, but I don't even. Yeah,
I think
I
you could
guess
beat
it'd be fun to
Lucas.
try.
It'd be close, but I think
Yeah,
like if anybody's got a shot, it's you. I'd
maybe.
like to see that happen. But yeah, stay
Gotta
humble,
believe to
Jacob.
achieve, bro. Go into it like the rail.
There you go. Yeah, I'm gonna win.
Amen. Yeah. Can you flare?
No,
Fuck yeah, you couldn't blank me then.
I can backflip, but I can't flare.
Okay.
Um, yeah. So
I'm glad I
we,
got one.
there's no resi or foam pit in my area. The closest one is in like Oregon, so it's like a 3 hour drive away. And growing up, I always wanted to learn flips, but I was always too scared to just send it. And we never really had like mattresses or pads or anything.
Mhm.
Um, then one year, my mom drove my friend, me and two of my other friends, to Oregon to go to this foam pit, and it's kind of a janky ramp to go to the foam pit. Like it's like a big roll in, and then it has like this flat that is super steep, so it like kind of throws you off right before you have to go to the quarter pipe, and it's really quick. Like right as you hit the flat, you're already at the quarter pipe to go up. So they're like a really crappy foam pit. But I learned how to throw a flip into that. But the issue was there's no resi next to it, and the only other quarter pipe they had in that indoor was like this box jump, but it was kind of a different quarter, and it had coping that stuck out, and that is what
Mm,
scared me because the foam pit didn't have any coping at all, and I had the back pretty consistently, but I never wanted to try it because of the
the coping.
coping that stuck
Yeah.
out. So I never got around to throwing it, and it was like a couple years later. Um, I was in school. I think it was my junior or senior year in high school. And I was just like thinking to myself, I was like, it's about time I do a backflip. Like I can do this. There's no way I can't. Like I'm very good at flips. I can backflip flat. I can do like double backflips on trampolines. Like I have good air awareness, and like it's just like a matter of time before I just
Yeah.
go for it and do it. So I was just hyping myself up all day at school. And like I told my friend Zach, I was like, okay, I'm gonna send a backflip today. And we go to our local skate park, Snohomish, and I put on Nuketown by a Ski Master Slump guy, and I put it in my headphones, just blast as loud as it goes, and I just convinced myself to huck it to concrete without having done a flip for the last like 2 or 3 years. First attempt, I make it around, but I just like land on like my side. I get up right away and do a second try and land it perfectly. So I just hucked it to concrete without having done a flip in like 2 3 years.
Funny.
Which I don't know how I got myself to do it, but
Yeah. How long
yeah.
has it been since you've done another one?
Oh, backflip?
Hmm.
Yeah, I mean I do them regularly.
Pretty frequent. Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Only at skate parks. I really want to do one in the streets, but I haven't found like a good spot. I actually got like there's this hip at my local skate park, which is kind of small. It's like a foot and a half hip that I can flip. So I can flip kind of low. So I think I could pull it off on like on like the right street spot.
Yeah.
But I haven't really
Crank
found
hip.
one that is up to par really, or
I
that I
gotcha.
feel comfortable doing it with. But that's it for backflips. And then I've tried front flips one time. This time I had a mattress and I was doing them into the mattress and I was doing them pretty consistently. And then I'm like, all right, this one I'm going to go for without a mattress to try and land. And I really messed up the pop of the front flip and just didn't rotate at all. Jumped off my scooter and just landed straight on my back and missed or landed on the concrete on my back. And started coughing up blood and knocked
Oh,
away myself.
God.
And then I was like, okay, yeah, I'm not going to do front flips.
Yeah, that's a good place to call it.
Yeah. So I can just, and that's it.
Austin, have you done a front flip?
No. It's definitely, honestly, if I ever go back to Woodward, though, mainly East. I wanted to do it at West, and I felt like the box was too short. So I was gonna like, because I don't want a fast plane either. Like I can front flip into a foam pit pretty well, but yeah, it's kind of same situation. Like I don't really want to just huck it somewhere, and there's no resi. So if we get
Yeah.
around to a good spot, it is like one of those tricks, like that and a nothing front scoot. I'll probably sit at a resi I go
Oh,
to when I
dude.
go there for like some hours, at least an
God.
hour.
I
Just
want
like
nothing front so
dub
bad.
that one.
I just want to do it once.
They're great. I've done a couple of them. They're really good feeling.
I've gotten close, but it's like it scares me. Like my nuts and my face are just like right there.
Yeah.
But,
I think
yeah,
when you do them correctly, the deck is like an inch away from your face. Like you can get like it'll rotate so fast. But it's just so scary. You just have to have the timing down correctly so you know you won't hit yourself.
Yeah.
But
I haven't really seen that many videos of people uppercutting themselves with the nothing front. Have y'all?
no, I don't think I have. I think okay, when I do them and it gets close, you can
more.
kind of tell that it's going to hit you, and you can kind of move out of the way and just like or like block with your hand or
Okay.
something.
Yeah.
So like I know when I do it, and then I'm like, okay, that's kind of close. I'm able to like catch it before it
Smacks you.
smacks me. But so I think it's kind of easy to, or not so easy, but it's not super. It's not.
Right, it's easier to defend than you
Yeah.
think.
Yeah. Right.
Slip it. Okay. All right. Well, one day, yeah, I'm there with
Yeah.
you, Austin. I'm gonna fucking do a nothing front with you. We just need some resi,
I'll teach you guys
please.
Fuck
And
yeah.
in Hong Kong, you can show
in
us.
Hong Kong.
Yeah.
Yes.
Tell them to get the resi started. We're coming.
All right. Well, our last question, number 10. Austin, you want to give it to him?
Shut up, Phil. Honestly, number 10. What is your favorite moment in scootering? Either like from yourself or just like something that happened, even just whatever.
Yeah. Favorite moment in scootering was definitely Coalition when they announced my name for best rider.
Fuck yeah.
That was just like an unreal experience. Like everybody picked me up and like crowd surfed me, and I was like I knew I rode very well, but I didn't think I was gonna win. But I was like insanely stoked.
Yeah.
I could not believe it when I won that, and it was just like amazing because it was in front of like all my idols and like everybody in like all the top scooter riders. Like it was just like I just the fact that I know that they all saw me ride like my best like that is what did it really for me.
Yeah. That's huge. That has to feel incredible.
Yeah.
Did you crash the day after that or leaving coalition? You like hit that high and then
Oh yeah.
like ooh, back
Yeah.
to reality.
I was stoked for like a couple days, and then yeah, right. When I got home, I was like, oh, I had to go to work the next day. It's like, oh,
Yeah,
dang.
yeah. None of them even know I won rider of the best
Right,
rider at coalition.
like that meme guy.
Yeah, that dude in the corner.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's funny as fuck.
Yep. That's life. Nice. Well, dude, I mean that's all we got questions wise. We got a good like hour 30 in.
Heck yeah.
Bro, like yeah, do you got anything you want to shout out or like something that comes to mind you want to speak on?
Um, Shout out you guys for having me on. I appreciate it.
Thanks for coming.
I've wanted to be on the podcast ever since you guys like made it like a while ago. I remember seeing. I was like, oh, I hope I can be on that one day. It
Hell
was
yeah.
sick meeting you guys in Austin when I went. Shout out Wise, shout out Scootering, shout out everybody. Yeah.
Hell yeah. Wait, one
Yeah.
sec. Let me open the bio. I had it. Code Jacob 10 at Lair
Oh, yeah.
Pro Shop.
Yep. I don't think that even works, but yeah.
Lair, fix it. Watch Spare Time if you haven't.
Yeah, watch spare time.
True.
True. All right, Austin, you got
True.
anything?
Definitely watch Spare Time. There's some good videos in there.
Yeah.
One full Kevin. I've been
Good.
waiting for a part from him for a fat minute. So
Kevin's video was so good.
yeah, I was hyped on his and yours a lot. But yeah, shout out you for just coming on and telling us what's up, and fucking shout out the fools listening. If you made it this far, fuck yeah.
10-4.
10-4 for sure.
More baby.
Over
Hell
and
yeah.
out.
Over and out.